Good morning students and welcome back. Today we will solve political science worksheet lesson number 4, social and political movements. So be ready with the worksheet and pen in the hand. Write down the name, standard, division, roll number and today's date. Now read the first question. The very first question is fill in the blanks. So the first fill in the blank is in dash movement has more importance. So the answer is democracy. In democracy, movements has more importance. Now read the second one. Dash is the objective of green revolution. So what is the main objective of green revolution? So that is increase in agricultural output. That means more production. So write down the answer, increase in agricultural output. Third one, Dr. Rajendra Singh Rana had brought about dash in Rajasthan. So Dr. Rajendra Singh Rana has brought water revolution in Rajasthan. So write down the answer, water revolution. Then fourth one, read, tribals in Bihar revolted against the British under the leadership of dash. So in Bihar the tribal movement took place that was under the leadership by Birsa Munda. Be very careful, Birsa Munda. Many are writing Birsa or Bishra. So that's why be careful, it is only Birsa Munda. Now the fifth one, read, the post 1980 movements are called dash. So answer is neo-social movement. Neo means new. So new social movement took place after the 1980 and those movements were based on issue based. So that's why that was a new type of any issues takes place, any problem takes place like environmental problems, protecting water, pollution, whatever these issues the movement took place, that comes into the neo-social movement. Earlier the movements were different, which was for the right of the country, fighting for the freedom, for the rights of the citizens. So that has differed and came to the social problems also. So that is called neo-social movement. Now let's solve the second question, that is do as directed or complete the concept. That means webs. So read the first web question. Reasons for environment movement. So there are various movements took place for the environment. So that we have to write down. So the first one, write down protection of biodiversity. Biodiversity means variety of plants and animals. So we need to protect all the species of plants and animal life in the world. So movement took place for the protection of biodiversity. In second box, write down protecting different sources of water. That is protecting lakes, rivers and groundwater, etc. Now next box, write down green belt. A green belt is an area of land with fields or parks around city or town where the people are not allowed to build houses or industries by law. Now green belt is an land where the people are not allowed to build up the residentials because everywhere people are destroying the agricultural farm and building up the houses and industries. So for that reason government has sealed some land where the residentials are not at all allowed. So that land is called green belt. So this is somewhere helps to protect the agricultural land. So the movement starts to protect agricultural land. Now in the fourth box, write down pollution of rivers. We need to stop polluting rivers. So movement takes place to stop the pollution of rivers. Now in the next box write down use of chemicals and their ill effects. Use of chemical pesticides affect our health and environment. So we need to do movements for protecting the environment. So that's why use of chemical should be banned. And last one write down protecting of forest. We need to protect the forest. Now students write down the answers of this web. Here I have given you the 6 box, but in exam any 4 box will come, but you learn all the 6 web's answers, because you know any 4 will be asked, then which 2 will be given also. So you never know then which 2 will be given. So that's why you have to learn all the 6. Now let's read the second web question, that is work of Dr. Rajendra Singh Rana. So here what was the work done by Dr. Rajendra Singh Rana in Rajasthan, that we have to write down. So first one write down forest conservation. Forest conservation means preserving the natural beauty of forest. Then second one write down wildlife conservation. Wildlife conservation means protecting all the types of wild species. So we have to preserve all the types of wild animals also. Third box write down revival of rivers. Revival of rivers means all the polluted or dried rivers are revived by cleaning and filtration. And the fourth one write down water conservation through johards. So we need to preserve and conserve water. So here Dr. Rajendra Singh Rana has brought and preserved the water through johad. So students write down the answers of this web. What was the work done by Dr. Rajendra Singh Rana? Now read the third question, different movements in India. Here we have to write what are the different movements took place in India. So we have already learned so many movements, those only we have to write down here. So write down the first box, tribal movement. Second one, farmers movement. Third one, women's movement. Then in the fourth one write down environment movement. And in the last box write down consumer movement. Don't go for that trade union movement. There's a lot of confusion in it. It is also asked as a labor movement or workers movement. So better don't go for that confused question. You have other choice, tribal, farmer, women, environment and consumer. So go through these movements only. So write down the answer of this web which I have given. Go for that only now here. Now read the last web question. Pre-independence Adivasi movement. That means before independence, the tribal people who have started the movement in whichever places. So that tribal group we have to write. So in Bihar, which tribal people have started the movement? So that is Santal and Munda. So write down the answer, Santal and Munda. Then in Chota Nagpur, the tribal group who has started the movement was Kolam. So the tribal people, Kolam has started the movement in Chota Nagpur. Then in Odisha, the Gond tribal people have started the movement. So the answer is Gond. And in Maharashtra, Koli, Bhilla and Ramoshi. So these are the tribal peoples of Maharashtra, Koli, Bhilla and Ramoshi. They have started the Adivasis movement before independence. So students, here we have finished solving the lesson number 4 worksheet. The third lesson we have already finished, and today we have completed the backside 4th lesson worksheet also. So write down neatly and file up and keep it, and whenever asked for correction, submit it. So goodbye and take care.